Sir,
Yes, sir.
So is my screen visible? Can you see the screen?
yes, sir.
So we are going to start about the memory concept. Okay. So today actually we have our theory class, but today is holiday. So therefore we are going for the online class, and we have the memory chapter to complete. Therefore we are going to start with the memory concept. Wait. So first of all, the logical address and physical address. This thing, this is a very important question. Okay. So what is the logical address and what is the physical address? See that if the CPU generates some address, then it will be known as the logical address. Okay, and it is a virtual address. Okay, now in your main memory, you have some addresses, and that addresses will be known as the physical address. Okay, so the difference between the logical address and the physical address that I will tell in the next slide. So first you see that. So I told about the logical address and the physical address. Logical address means that the address that is generated by the CPU is called as the logical address, which is also called as a physical as a virtual address. Okay, this question may come. Also, what is physical address? Physical address means that the address that we can see in our main memory or in the RAM. Okay. Some question may come like that, that what is the logical address space and physical address space. Okay. So address space means that you see logical address means the set of logical addresses that are generated by a program. So suppose you are running a program. At that time, a set of logical addresses are suppose generated by the CPU. Okay, that will be the whole thing. Therefore, it is a address space. A single address is a logical address. But when you are talking about multiple logical addresses or a set of logical addresses, then that will be the logical address space. For the physical address space, that is actually the address that you can see in the main memory, and that is actually another set. Okay, the set of the physical addresses that is generated by a particular program. So the same thing I am telling only about the logical address and the physical address, but the difference is here that you are having multiple logical addresses in the logical address space and multiple physical addresses in the physical address space. Okay, so this is about the concept that in the memory how the processes are kept. So generally we have to consider that multiple processes and multiple programs are running in the memory. They are stored in the memory and they have to be stored in one by one location. So first of all, some space is kept for the operating system own functions or own processes. Okay, there are some processes that are actually the operating system itself process that is to be kept in a partition of the main memory, this space. Now from this particular location, suppose the user process are kept. So one by one, the user processes are kept here. Okay, we may consider that suppose for this particular user process, the base address is the starting location. Means for the address for this, suppose this is suppose process 1, this is process 2, and this is process 3. For process 2, we can say that the base address location is 30040, that is here, and the limit is there. Limit is that up to how much you want to take space for the process 2, that is suppose 1,20,900. So if we can add these two value, then we can get the maximum value that is required up to the process 2. And from the next value, that is from 420940, after that the remaining section will be for the other processes. Okay, so base and limit are two registers that stores the address, that is from where you are going to access and up to how much you are going to access, and the base and the sum of the base and limit will give you the final location up to which the process will be kept, okay, in the memory. So you see that protection of the memory required to ensure the correct operation. Okay, that means that if your memory is protected, then you are doing the correct operation. So it is ensuring that you are doing the correct operation. Okay, so protection of memory means that you can protect your operating system as the memory contains operating system as well as the user processes. You can protect the operating system as well as you can protect the user processes. Okay, both are possible. So I told you about the two registers. One is the base register and the other one is the limit register. What is them? What about them? I told. Okay. So they are written that a pair of registers are there. One is the base register and the other one is the limit register that define the logical address space and for a particular process from which location the process will be kept. The starting of the process and up to which location the process will be kept, that will be determined by these two registers. So here we can see the concept that we are telling actually here. So you see that the CPU suppose has generated the logical address. So this address that is coming here, that is the logical address. Okay. Then the base value is here. So base value, if the value is greater than equal to, okay, then it is yes. If the value is less than equal to, or sorry, if the value is less than, then it is no. What is they are telling? Suppose you are starting, from this 30040 and you are going beyond that, means 30041, 30042, 30043. So all the values that are coming after 30040 and including 30040, all values will be accepted. But if you are going to take the values less than this 30040, then that will not be accepted. Therefore, in this concept, they have written that greater than equal to. So, if the base address is greater than equal to, then you are going to this part. Otherwise, you are going to the no part. And no part is telling that track to operating system monitor address error. Means that the error that one interrupt will be generated from the operating system, that will say that it is an addressing error. Okay. Finally, you have to go for the base plus limit because limit is also given there. So limit will be added with base. Okay. And base plus limit should be less than. Okay. So as I have told you here that this value, this 420940 is the maximum value. Therefore, we are starting from the base register and continuing up to less than 420940 because 420940 is allocated for the next process, suppose that is process 3. Okay, so up to process 2 it is 420, suppose 939. That means you have to take less than this value. Therefore, this less than symbol is written here. And if both of them are yes, then you can go to the physical memory and you can get the physical address. Okay. Address binding. So why this address? Why this term is coming as a came as the coming as the address binding? Because you see that every processes where including your operating system, okay, every processes that are residing within the main memory, okay, but CPU does not